eventually he came back into your orbit through, I guess, how?
Well, through Wayne, because Angela Wright had asked me if I'd be willing to go with Wayne down to Florida to help Wayne drive to come down here, because Wayne was supposed to be doing some computer work as well as painting.
All right, so pause there and let me ask you about that. So between the wedding and when this trip, comes into play, how much time passes?
That's almost the entire month of May, almost the entire month of June, so around 60 days.
Okay. So about 60 days, 40 to 60 days pass, and you're contacted to ask if you can go to Florida. By whom and for what reason?
I was asked first by Wayne. Wayne called and asked me if I'd go with him. When he asked me if I'd go with him to Florida, I already knew what trip he's talking about. He's been telling everybody about it. He's been talking about it for weeks.
Okay. And how is he describing it to you, as you know it?
He just called me and was like, hey, he's like, Angie's over here. He's like, she's having a his fit is what he called it, that he's going down to Florida. She was supposed to take time off work, and she couldn't get the time off work to help him drive. So he wanted to know if I would help him. I told him no.
Okay. Well, he's a big guy. Why does he need help driving?
He's got a traumatic brain injury. So headlights at nighttime, the flashing of it, just like the strobe of flipping lights on inside of a house, causes him to have a seizure.
Okay. And Missouri to Florida, probably there'd be some night driving. That's a long drive.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you say no.
I told him no.
This baby shower, does it keep you from going to Florida?
No. And
why not?
Because I got 4 days off for the weekend. So whenever Wayne asked me to go, I told him no. Mm-hmm. But then Angela Wright got on the phone, and Angela sounded really upset. And her daughter, Chelsea Weidman, the woman I was just speaking about that used to live with me, had just recently passed away. So with Angela already being upset and still emotional over the loss of her daughter, I told Angela I would help Wayne drive to Florida.
Okay. And I guess, did you hold these plans kind of close to the chest, kind of keeping them under wraps?
Not at all. I told everybody around me that I was going to Florida with Wayne.
And your understanding of why Wayne needed to go to Florida was what?
He was supposed to have been doing some computer work for the Sievers, as well as we were supposed to do some painting at their house.
What do you know about the computer work that he did for the Sievers?
Well, since I've known Curtis Wayne Wright, he's been doing IT work, as he calls it, for the Sievers. He sets up, I guess, all their computers and everything that goes on with their network there for their business, as well as helping them with our home. Wayne comes down to Florida 4 or 5 times a year, every year since I've known him.
Oh, so since you've known him, so do you know that he went on these trips, or did he just tell you he went on these trips?
Well, while I was incarcerated, he was telling me about going on these trips, and once I made it out of prison in April of 2014, he continued to keep going down to Florida on these trips on the regular.
Okay.
He's normally gone 3 days to a week.
Okay. So, I guess, what do you do to prepare to go on this trip?
Well, whenever I was asked Thursday night, Wayne actually wanted to leave Friday night, and I told him no because I was working Friday, so I agreed to go Saturday first thing in the morning.
Okay. Did you have to tell your employer that you were going to be out of town?
I did not have to. I told Jeff Conway, though, my shift coordinator, that I was going to Florida for the weekend.
Okay.
During my 4 days off, because normally I work overtime. I like to try to put in those 60-hour weeks.
Okay. I guess, if you have the days off, why would he need to know that you're going to be out of town?
Because as a contractor, you just get called into work, as well as I work for the residential as well as the commercial side. So on the commercial side, I'm scheduled for 48-hour weeks, 4 days of 12-hour days, 4 days off. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times, I'll come in and go work the residential side, painting houses, putting on roofs, building porches, installing windows, putting in flooring, you name it, whatever we need done.
Okay.
drywall, frame houses.
Anything else? Okay.
I could make a whole list.
No need. Okay. So I guess besides kind of letting people know, I'm going to be gone for a bit. Do you have to bring anything with you? You know, anything to prepare?
Well, first off, it's like I told multiple people. I didn't just tell my boss.
Objection, non-responsive.
Sustained.
So what do you have to bring with you to go on this trip?
I brought with me 2 painter's uniforms. I brought with me some booties, some rubber gloves, the blue 3M tape. That's the painter's tape, the good stuff. That way you get straight lines and it actually peels off correctly. I brought my paint roller that I use for my edger to go around corners such as baseboards.
Hold on one second, actually. Now, who else did you tell that you're going on this trip?
I told Taylor, because Taylor has to know. She lives with me. It's like, told Wendy Kreider, the woman I was seeing whose baby shower I was supposed to be hosting that weekend. It's like, I told her, her mom. I told Jordan, who I was working with that week, because when I got told this on Thursday night, I do believe I was at work. I might be mistaken, but I do believe I was at work. It's like this was last second for me, but I told him, I told my shift coordinator. Yeah, oh.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you. You were talking about the professional tools and other accessories you were bringing down to do the job that you were employed to take down in Florida.
Yes, I try to bring in a bunch of specialty tools because Wayne's not a contractor like myself. So my experience is doing side work with him on the regular is that he doesn't own any of this stuff. And I don't want paint all over my clothes, as well as without an edger. You have to try a hand brush and then it looks bad. You got all the brush marks. So I'm trying to bring all my specialty stuff that I know that he doesn't have. Even the 3M painter's tape, if you buy the cheap stuff at Dollar General, it doesn't peel right. The paint actually goes through the tape down to the adhesive and it doesn't want to peel.
Okay. And how about like maybe blue coveralls, something like that?
That's what I'm calling my painter's uniforms.
That's what you call your painter's uniforms.
I get these from the place I work at. We use them for a number of different jobs. So, for instance, I'll wear them whenever I'm inside of homes, sanding drywall, not to get dust all over my clothes. I wear them whenever I'm working on cars. I've worn them before whenever I'm working at Wholesome, the world's largest cement factory, whenever working around lime because it'll burn you.
Okay. So bring the two of those painter uniforms with you. What does Curtis bring with him?
For the painting job,
Yes, sir.
he brought 2 paint cans. He brought some rollers, the big long sticks. He's got some plastic. That was in the trunk of the car whenever I put my stuff in the trunk of the car. Beyond that, I couldn't tell you because we never really unloaded our bags to spend the night.
Okay. And how about devices? Are you bringing computers with you, or bringing phones with you, anything like that?
I got my phone with me. Wayne's got a phone with him. We got the GPS that's inside the car. And Wayne's got his backpack that's a Swiss Army backpack that reads Wayne in red letters. And it's full of what I always call his computer nerd stuff because he does this IT as well as he installs security systems for people. That's one of his other cash jobs he does. So he has his to-go bag or whatever with all his computers, his laptop, a bunch of stuff in it.
Okay. And I guess, was it at that point that he told you that you were taking a trip to go kill somebody?
He never told me that we're going to Florida to kill anybody, ever.
Oh, okay. Well, from there, I guess, how long is that car ride?
The car ride down here is about 19 hours.
Okay. And who's driving?
I drove during the nighttime. Wayne drove during the daytime.